Today on Investigate TV Plus, an expected lifeline for homeowners leaves many on the hook for thousands.
It would have cost me out of pocket about $4,500 to repair the air conditioner.
We uncover how home warranty companies sometimes use fine print to deny claims nationwide.
Is it a security blanket or is it a bag of magical beans that really doesn't do what it's supposed to do?
Plus, the questions you can ask to make sure you're covered.
Then, when children suddenly become strangers overnight.
She was yelling at us, cursing us out. She was threatening to harm us, threatening to harm our animals.
Their families refuse to give up hope, inspiring them to share their stories.
It makes me upset, but it also lets me know that this is helping people.
We take an in-depth look at an often misdiagnosed condition in children and how it stems from a common infection.
And from nearly losing his life in Afghanistan,
he pulled a rifle from behind his back and just started spraying.
to finding healing through country music.
I needed something. So I had a guitar in the corner of my room, and one day I was like, I'm gonna learn how to play this thing.
We see how an Army combat veteran is inspiring others to overcome the silence of isolation.
When I couldn't and I didn't know what to say, this gave me words.
Too scared to get out.
In-depth stories that inform and inspire. You're watching Investigate TV Plus. Owning a home is part of the American dream, but it can quickly become a nightmare when a big-ticket item breaks. I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm Tisha Powell. Home buyers often invest in home warranties, marketed as protection against costly repairs. But we've uncovered that safety net seems to be full of snags. Whether an AC unit in Illinois or a stove in South Carolina, thousands of homeowners report home warranty companies have denied their claims.
Investigative reporter Chris Nakamoto takes an in-depth look at why fine print can prevent a hassle-free fix.
American Home Shield is a home warranty company that we've had since we purchased the home in 2014. It was recommended by the realtor. It was provided at no cost to us in the beginning. And we kept the home warranty because we didn't want to worry about mechanical breakdowns, air conditioners, water heaters, whatever the case may be.
An uneventful decade of being a loyal client passed, which included getting Michael Austin's garage door opener and oven replaced. But it was a different story when his air conditioner broke in 2024, and he needed to file a claim with American Home Shield, one of the nation's largest home warranty companies.
It would have cost me out of pocket about $4,500 to repair the air conditioner because they were only willing to pay about $500 of the total bill. So that's when the major problems started.
Austin's contract shows all parts and components of air conditioners are covered, so his surprise came when his questions were met with resistance. American Home Shield said the repair company reported needing to modify the unit to fix it and fit a new part, and said their warranty plan states, unless otherwise expressly stated in this plan agreement, we will not pay for the costs of construction, carpentry, restoration, or any other modifications within the covered home. The pushback Austin received to replace that unit led him down a path of persistent denials.
Last August, I started a process filing complaints I tried the Louisiana Department of Insurance, the Louisiana State Attorney General's Office, the Better Business Bureau. I've since filed complaints with the Federal Trade Commission for unfair business practices.
Our national investigative team found Austin's case is not unique. We requested complaints about all home warranty companies from state regulators across the country and found thousands of them filed since January 2021. In Texas, more than 1,500. Tennessee, more than 800. Illinois, nearly 700. Our national investigative team found all states report their complaints about all warranty companies to the Federal Trade Commission. The most recent FTC data from 2020 through 2022 revealed more than 91,000 complaints were filed from states, the Better Business Bureau, and consumers.
Is it a security blanket or is it a bag of magical beans that really doesn't do what it's supposed to do?
Franz Borgard is a legal expert with decades of experience in criminal and civil law. In many cases, Borgard says these home warranty contracts are full of nuances that protect the home warranty company and leave the consumer on the hook.
The problem, of course, is the cost of fighting them, especially if you have to hire attorneys, often outweighs the value of whatever's broken.
Our national investigative team found across America some form of state-level regulations dictate the rules for home warranty companies, meaning how you're protected can depend on where you live. Some states only require home warranty companies register with them. Others regulate the terms of the consumer contracts. In states without laws, attorneys general can pursue enforcement under unfair and deceptive practice laws. InvestigateTV found since 2019, at least 9 states have taken action. Arizona's Attorney General reached a $1.75 million settlement against a company that failed to fix ACs. The fine print of contracts said that it will only fix ACs within 24 hours if the outside temperature remained above 100 degrees for 24 hours, something that since weather records began has never happened.
If it's in fine print, a company can't hide behind it if it defies the laws of physics, gravity, weather patterns. So if it starts getting into the realm of fraud, then fine print's not going to work.
In every example, frustration festered with consumers, trying to make companies pay up for what they expect.
It's a really weird kind of Wild Wild West kind of arena because it's not technically insurance, it's not heavily regulated, and it's a David and Goliath scenario. I think what needs to happen is there needs to be scrutiny, and legislatures around the country need to start governing these home warranties and making them enforceable.
The Better Business Bureau is well aware of the problems.
Before you sign up for that home warranty company, ask a ton of questions. Come with a list of items in your home. Is my refrigerator covered? Is my dishwasher covered? Is my sump pump covered?
For Michael Austin, he had to pay more than $4,000 for the repairs because you can't live in the Deep South without AC. The warranty company ultimately sent him this check, less than half of what it costs to replace his unit. It came with a catch. Cash it and your claim is satisfied.
Because when they say this is the final offer, I think the average person would have said, okay, that's my final offer. But to me, that was just a challenge of you need to figure out how to take this to the next step.
Michael Austin says he's considered hiring a lawyer. We reached out to American Home Shield for a response to this story, along with the Federal Trade Commission. We did not hear back from either of them. To help protect your investments, Melanie McGovern with the Better Business Bureau also gives this tip. Be willing to walk away from the home warranty offer.
If the company's evasive, if they're not giving you details, if they're forcing you to sign right away, you're going to lose this great rate if you don't sign, that's when you should say, I'm going to look at the Better Business Bureau, I'm going to take this home and read it really thoroughly.
She says doing a little homework before signing can likely avoid problems when the oven quits working. To learn more about how some states have taken action, head to InvestigateTV.com and search No Guarantee.
Still to come, when a crash causes a truck to burst into flames. Bystanders don't hesitate to help using a tool fire officials say every driver should have.
It does help in the event of trying to get someone out of the vehicle or help better those chances of rescuing someone.
We break down what to keep in your car that could save a life.
But first, we take an in-depth look at how a rare neurological condition in children can change their personality instantly.
She thought that somebody had taken over us, that we were impersonators, that she had to escape us because we were not her real parents.
And how seeking treatment can take a toll on families' emotions and finances.
I think the worst, he told me that I wasn't his real dad, I killed his real dad, and it'll just come out of nowhere.
They've dealt with damage in their homes and stopped violent attacks on siblings. Parents say their kid seemingly changes overnight, displaying dangerous behaviors that often mimic symptoms of obsessive compulsive disorder or schizophrenia. But getting a proper diagnosis can be difficult.
Reporter Greg Merriweather introduces us to 3 families in Louisiana inspired to share their stories and raise awareness about a misunderstood condition often triggered by something as common as strep throat.
There's a perfect little piece to children playing outside on such a pretty day. But a simple flare-up can change a pretty day into an ugly one. It can mean days or months of scary uncertainty. and a return of this large, mostly hidden medical monster of sorts.
We were actually out of town, and my mom called me at some point through the course of that week and said, I don't want to cause any alarm for you guys, but I wanted to let you know that Jillian has developed a head jerk.
Caitlin and Eric Jafrita's daughter, Jillian there, suddenly started to act differently. But more than, oh, she just isn't herself, it was almost like she was someone else.
She started to not recognize who we were. She thought that somebody had taken over us, that we were impersonators, that she had to escape us because we were not her real parents.
And across town, 2 more families with similar stories.
I get a call from the daycare. Tucker was 4. He just turned 4. And she's like, hey, you need to come pick him up. He threw a chair across the room. And I'm going, he did what? Because that was just very out of character for him.
Whenever it's going on, he's not the same kid. It's crazy how he'll be normal one day and then 2 weeks later, it's like, who is this child? What's going on?
I mean, she got to the point she was yelling at us, cursing us out. She was threatening to harm us, threatening to harm our animals. She was damaging things in our home, and we couldn't discipline her because she literally could not control what she was doing. Emmy, felt the brunt of things, of physical things, and she'd come up, she'd rip Emmy's, hair out of her head, she'd kick her, she'd slap her.
You wanna play this game, baby?
The behaviors can be tics, like you see here, the Jafrita family sharing this video with us. It can go from these unusual movements to sudden, aggressive, paranoid behavior.
Maybe sit up, come on.
And for other kids, the symptoms present themselves as something you would see in OCD.
I would always say he's normal, but what's normal? He was always normal, athletic, loves to play outside, but his tics, they're different. They change every single time he has them. It would either be verbal with a word or actions.
After talking with various doctors, the families believe their children suffer from something called pediatric autoimmune neuropsychiatric disorder, sometimes associated to strep. You'll remember it as PANS, or as it's sometimes called, pandas. Now, depending on who you talk to, some doctors believe the neuropsychiatric symptoms suddenly develop in some kids when the body attacks healthy brain tissues. And here's something that will stick with you. Almost all of the kids usually have one thing in common.
A few years ago, Colt had got really sick. It was strep multiple times. Well, one of the strep cases, we ended up in the hospital at Our Lady of Late Children's.
All his strep titers were just off the chain, yet he didn't have a strep infection. So we just missed a strep infection at some point, and that's where this all just exploded.
I was amazed that the children themselves asked to be interviewed for this story, wanting to, as they put it, make sure more people know about this, trying to put it into words.
Usually something would trigger it, or I just wake up that way. And I just felt like I couldn't trust anybody. I felt like everybody was evil.
Little Tucker describes the sudden anger and fear that would come over him.
I think my family is not treating me well, and I just want to leave.
The kids tell me they feel much better with treatment. And while they may never find that 100% perfect peace we talked about, at least they found hope to hang on to.
It makes me upset, but it also lets me know that this is helping people who also have it, and will help them get the right things that they need.
For parents, proper care for this condition is difficult to find and afford. The families say kids go through 8 to 10 doctors before they get an accurate diagnosis, and the out-of-pocket expense for one of the treatments can cost more than $10,000 because insurance doesn't cover it. But there is hope for some families struggling with pandas. As of August 2025, almost a dozen states have passed laws mandating insurance companies cover the special IV treatment.
Still ahead, after losing his best friend in combat, an Army veteran turns to country music.
And I want to do everything I can to make him proud.
How he's honoring his fellow soldiers' ultimate sacrifice.
But first, the device under $30 experts say every driver should carry in their car, and what you need to know before you store it in your vehicle.
Dashcam video shows a fiery 7-vehicle pileup on the freeway in Phoenix, Arizona.
In February 2025, a cement mixer rear-ended a truck, causing it to catch fire. First responders pulled a woman to safety through a broken window. Luckily, no one was seriously injured.
If you look closely, you can see a person attempting to help put out the flames. This crash raises an important question. Do you need a fire extinguisher in your car?
Reporter Susan Campbell has the answer and arms you with information to help protect you or someone else in an emergency.
Within moments of this crash, the truck is on fire and a desperate rescue begins. A police officer and firefighter happened to be right there.
I was so relieved once that window broke.
While first responders scrambled to get Amy Ruiz out of her truck, you can see another driver using a fire extinguisher on the vehicle.
Do we all need to have fire extinguishers in our cars?
That's a great question. So I think it would be a very, very smart idea to have extinguishers in your vehicles, whether it's for your own emergency or someone else's emergency.
Isaac Thompson is an inspector and investigator with Mesa Fire Department. We asked him to help us prepare for those emergency situations.
ABC extinguishers are what we recommend for vehicles. They're kind of the extinguisher that you can use for everything.
It's important to maintain your fire extinguisher. Make sure it's not expired and check the gauge for pressure.
When that yellow pin is in the green, that means that you're ready to go.
It's also important to properly mount the fire extinguisher.
We want to mount them in a place where you can easily access them, but in the event of an accident, they're going to stay stationary in that mount and that they're not going to be flying around in the vehicle.
Here's one example of an extinguisher mounted in the trunk of a car. Here it is in the back of an SUV.
And I've even seen some of the mounts as like Velcro, and obviously you want to use the manufactured recommended mount that comes with the extinguisher as well.
If you ever have to use the fire extinguisher, remember the word pass. Pull the pin, aim at the fire, squeeze the handle, and sweep.
Sweeping, keep sweeping at the base of the fire.
How much of a difference can a fire extinguisher make in a vehicle fire?
So it may not be able to extinguish the actual vehicle fire, but it does help in the event of trying to get someone out of the vehicle or help better those chances of rescuing someone.
Now, I have a fire extinguisher in the house, but I never thought about getting an extra one for the car.
Neither have I. I need to do that for myself and my wife and everyone.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Just so we'll have it. Yeah.
Yep. So again, look for an ABC fire extinguisher. The lifespan of a typical single-use extinguisher is about 12 years before expiration. We also asked if extreme summer heat has any impact on fire extinguishers. The answer is no. The device shouldn't be affected by the elements, even in a hot car. Up next, channeling pain into poetry.
Tell me, God, did I win or lose?
How a Purple Heart recipient uses country music to encourage other veterans to find their passion.
Finding peace through the strums of a guitar.
After serving in Afghanistan, an Army combat veteran is channeling his PTSD into music. It's led him to perform under the bright lights of the Grand Ole Opry.
Reporter Deborah Alfarone shows us how the Purple Heart recipient is inspiring veterans across the country to overcome feelings of isolation.
Rolling down the window, too scared to get out.
Who is Scotty Hastings?
I'm a father. I'm, someone who served his country and almost gave his life and loved every minute of it, and someone who just wants to help.
Scotty Hastings is also now a Nashville country music star, inspiring veterans and everyday people with his story and songs.
April 21st, 2011, we were on patrol and there was a guy that was hiding behind a wall. So I walked up to him and I was about 10 to 15 feet from him, and he pulled a rifle from behind his back and just started spraying. My injuries are very extensive, but the main one that really affects me the most is my right hand. I feel like the Scotty that you're talking to and that's sitting here right now was born that day.
It's been said the two most important days in life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. That second day came while Scotty was recovering at Walter Reed.
You lost your best friend.
friends?
I did. Adam Hamilton, and he was just one of those guys that was everyone's best friend. You know, you meet someone that you just instantly connect with, and he was just that guy. And I want to do everything I can to make him proud and kind of try to remind people that, you know, of his life and who he was.
How do you choose who comes back home?
The Purple Heart recipient channeled his PTSD and raw pain into poetry.
When it gets quiet is when the demons knock the loudest, and COVID was very quiet. And I needed something. So I had a guitar in the corner of my room, and one day I was like, you know, I'm gonna learn how to play this thing.
Scotty had never written a song and didn't know how to play guitar. He credits YouTube, his tenacity, and his need to express his survivor's guilt.
Tell me, God, did I win or lose?
And now I get messages every day about, man, this song gave me a voice. It gave me the ability to talk to my family and when I couldn't and I didn't know what to say. This gave me words.
Scotty now partners with PenFed Foundation, an organization that helps support military veterans. He's highlighting their programs while on a 20-city tour throughout 2025.
There's a lot of veterans out there who don't understand what's out there and what's available. Right. PenFed has this entrepreneur program, and there's a lot of veterans who are incredible entrepreneurs and have these incredible ideas, but they don't know that something like this exists unless they hear about it.
So far, it's launched more than 100 military founders. It fits with Scotty's mission to leave no one behind on the battlefield of life.
I try to live my life to the fullest for my best friends that will never be able to do that. Make sure that their sacrifice doesn't go in vain.
And that's it for us on Investigate TV Plus. I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm Tisha Powell. Thanks for watching.
On the next Investigate TV Plus, imagine if an unpaid bill could cut off your life support.
So I have to decide between paying a light bill, paying part of a light bill to be able to get maybe a 15-day supply and not a 30-day supply of a prescription.
We uncover how some electric suppliers can disconnect the power for customers who use medical devices to survive.